Hello, everybody, and welcome to another installment of the MRL Challenger Series here for the playoffs. It is race number 1 of the playoff season, and we are actually just waiting on Liv to join us, and there we go. We actually had a little bit of a technical difficulty. Apparently, the 7 down here, not this one, didn't get an invite or got kicked out, one of the two. So we are just now rocking and rolling. So we are here for the first race of the playoffs in Kentucky, the Bluegrass State, the Kentucky Derby. Home of the Kentucky Derby, I should say. And this is going to be a barn burner of a performance here because our playoff guys are in first through sixth starting position, and then 13th and 16th. It is very, very close between these drivers here tonight. Liv, unfortunately, you are not in the playoffs, but our drivers are still looking to have a good performance here. For those that are not in the playoffs, so these guys are absolutely going to be putting on a heck of a show. So, let me join right back. Napier joining us in chat saying, hey, this is a home track for him. So let's have some fun. 19 drivers joining us. Like I said, Always Eric is on pole for tonight. He's up here somewhere. There he is. Always Eric on pole for tonight with a 31.065. But also, we have another one down here. P6, wherever they are. P6, right here. Exactly 1/10 away from all of that. So let's load on in here. So yeah, these guys are all within a just a spitting distance of one another. So I'm looking to see what these guys can do. Now, we do have a couple in-race streamers here tonight. Of course, we always have Sauce with us here on board, but we also have a couple of other drivers as well leading Bass Buck. So a couple of drivers already coming on out to have a good start. The one you can see already trying to get down low right there. Unfortunately, nowhere to go, and he is going to be kicked up the track. Already 3 wide back there. Look at that. Meanwhile, the 11 who won at Watkins Glen in order to punch his ticket into the playoffs, definitely looking to have a good start. Look at that absolute gap he's putting on the field just in the span of a few set of corners. But look at Cyber, already stuck in the middle. He's between a playoff sandwich right there. The first driver. Oh, we have some people wrecking in the back. Oh my goodness, that's 7 in the 19. Oh my goodness, what the heck happened back here to start off this race? The 7 and the 19 not evidently getting into each other right there, and they are unfortunately going to be behind the 8 ball. So I have to see, unfortunately, that's just how the cookie crumbles with them two back here. So we'll have to see who is going to get back going and try to get back on that horse. So yeah, these two, unfortunate for them, maybe lag was the result. It's hard to say. The 68 back here of Keith, being the last person in this line, that is P17. The 36 of Brian SP just in front of him. So let's go on board with our leader. Again, the 74 of B Comp, already kicking up a few tenths on our leader here. He is definitely looking to have a good race, a good strong race, mind you. So because of that, he is possibly one of our favorites here. BComp been one of the contenders here going into the season, and because of that, he has a few tricks up his sleeve that he has yet to show. Now, of course, last or 2 weeks ago at the road course of Road America, it was not the best performance that he put on. He will admit that fully, but it's the ovals where this guy can thrive. So that number 74 is looking to have a barn burner of a performance here. He has been very steady throughout the entire season. To kind of go back to his win at Dover, that was a grade A performance against 54 of Xander Zidell, RS Meat Wagon here. So because of that, he is looking to redo that magic here at Kentucky. Very, very tire burny track. So these drivers are going to be looking to kind of save their stuff a little bit here and try to get going again. So But ever since then, he's been putting in consistent finishes here with a grand total average finish of 8.5. So definitely, he is looking to have a solid run here, like I said. But Sauce, like I said, is going to be our in-race streamer. Let's actually pull up Bassbuck as well to see what they have on docket with us tonight. Liv already apologizing, saying apologies to the 19th. He got loose, so that's what happened there. So let's we now have a little bit of confirmation about what happened there. So yeah, we have Bassbuck as well as Sauce as our in-race streamers here tonight. So we have two different POVs here. Side by side for a hot second was the 2 of the 74 and the 11 here. So these guys absolutely putting it all on the line right here. But don't look now. Look at all these drivers in the back right here. A couple of other drivers that I want to make a noteworthy appearance here. Fire Slayer. Him and Sauce, both they're actually nose and tail, getting into the playoffs fight, a skin of their teeth, pointing their way in, almost getting cut off because of if Xander would have won last week at Road America, it would have been curtains for one of their playoff hopes. But they were able to go on out and just make sure to have a good run, and they did. They did exactly what they needed to do. Now here they are, right here in P. Well, if Sauce is in P8, that means Fireslayer's in P7. So definitely these guys are having a good, strong playoff run so far. But I'm also looking at Story Square right here. Story Square, non-playoff driver. He's actually the only non-playoff driver in the top 8 right now, and he is looking to have a strong run just as a regular driver, just saying, hey, you know what, you don't have to be in the playoffs in order to have a good race, and he is currently having that right now in P4, about to drop to P5 because of Cyber passing him. So definitely he can go make a statement here. Of course, a win you're not necessarily in if you're in the playoffs, but you do want to get that win in order to actually just not have to worry about points moving forward. The 98 of Mopower Cat, that is UK, in case you don't know that name, is back here with his teammate in the 22. That is a little ways down the pack. I want to say P12 and 13 if I'm looking at that correctly. But Memory as well came so close to winning at Indy just a few weeks ago in order to punch his ticket. Unfortunately, was not able to get it done. Is another driver that is not in the playoffs. So all of these drivers here looking to have a good solid run. But look at this wad right here. Looks like Story Square lost another spot to the 51. That is Wildcard Coyote. Let's go on board with actually Coyote here for a hot second. Where is he at in all of this? If I already went past him, I feel bad. There he is. Coyote as well ended up winning that Indy race that I was just talking about. So he was able to have a good, strong start there in order to lock himself into the playoffs. Did not have to worry about Road America at all. Meanwhile, his average finish has been 6.3. He's been so consistent. A couple second places as well. First was at Darlington, as well as his win, like I said, at the Indy Oval. But ever since then, a 6.5, very solid start. And then here is our regular season champion of the 18, Bassbuck, getting so close over the 1. Oh, as we actually go on board with battle for the lead, the 74. Trying to take it over the 11, so I have to come back to Bassbuck here for a hot second. But looks like the 74 has a better long-run car here on the pure preset. Now, keep in mind, these guys are in stage 1 right now. They have another 10 laps to go. Now, this is perfectly okay in terms of tires and all that. They're going to be right on their limit, but here for stage 1, they're on a pure preset. These guys are absolutely just chongling on what the cars have been giving them. So they're dealing with a lot of loose conditions right now, and that's probably why there's so big of a gap between between 3rd through I think 10th right now. That is why everyone's kind of rocking and rolling. But these two putting in a barn burner right now, absolutely side by side going through here. So I'm glad to be commentating this as a little bit of contact going into turn 1 that kind of kicks the 74 up the track a little bit, but respectful racing. Excellent job by these two right here in order to get these spots. But look at this right now. A battle for P3 as well. The one is Cyber. Looking on down below the 18. Nothing quite here, but Fireslayer getting a spot on the 51. You can tell who's on a better preset choice right now based on when their car is coming alive. Looks like Bassbuck is on a little bit higher preset, trying to get that short run speed. Meanwhile, the 44, the 1 is on a little bit higher because it's starting to come to them here in the long run. But look at that WOD! The 20th story score getting all that stores hitting the wall in the background! Oh my goodness! The 20 definitely needs to get those adjustments in because it is absolutely not agreeing with them right now. The 51 trying to get below the 44. He will, coming off of turn 4, but that high side momentum will shift to the 44, but the draft will shift to the 51. And don't look now, but that 78 of memory is absolutely coming. And look, I'm just saying, this WOD right here is absolutely bonkers. Don't look now because any one of these drivers could... Ooh, as the 44 claps the wall there a little bit, that's going to allow the 9 to try to get the spot. There was a little bit of fireworks between these two at Road America, so watch out for that. There's a 21 in the background. That's Hamilton, trying to gauge out where everyone is right now. Big moves all the way back here. A big gap as well between these two packs. You have the 98 and the 22, and then also the... a couple of cars in the back. That is the 36 as well as the 13 of Lil Darkbuck. So these guys definitely having a battle of their own back here, as well as another driver that is Keith, kind of bringing up the rear. Again, these two are side by side. Coming to 4 to go this time, so it's go time here, ladies and gentlemen. 19 of 22 for this first stage. The 74 trying to get below the 11. Nothing quite to be done about it quite yet. No points for leading a lap here. So right now the 11 has been dominant, but that 74 has really shown that, hey, you know what? He has something here. But the more they battle, the more they actually bring the 18, the 1, and all of them into this battle. So I have to keep an eyeful on that as the 74 really try to arc it coming off of the corner and really scuff the outside of the wall. The 18 and the 1 also appears to have kind of distanced themselves from the remaining top 5, and the 78 actually popped his way into the top spot as the 51 of Coyote actually clapped the wall coming off a 2, and that is definitely going to bring him down the order. It looks like he is now into P8 right now. The 20th story score making his way back forward as the 93 of Packers as well, battling there in to round out the top 10. 2 laps to go in this stage here, ladies and gentlemen, and you can see the 74 is right there. He is absolutely trying his best to actually make up a run, but no one really to be had from that right now. He has to really have a good exit in order for something to accrue on this last lap. So we're going to be taking a look on the 74 B-Comp to see exactly where these guys are better or worse at. You can see the 11's trying to break up the draft a little bit. The 74 having not as good of a run off of 4 as the 11 did. You can kind of see that the 11 kind of gapped him. Really low entry by the 74. Hey, but you know, if that works, go for it, because it appears that coming off a 2, oh, the 74 is starting to struggle a little bit. He was getting a little loose right there off the corner, and unfortunately, there's going to be a late dive. He tried. Nowhere to go. The 11 will come off of the turn 4 and win the first stage of the playoffs. Excellent job. So let's kind of going down the pack, and just like that, our top 10 is already done. Sauce looks like got P6. Bassbuck got P3. So from that is excellent running by our playoff contenders. Only one playoff driver did not get stage points, and that was actually Mopala Cat, finishing in P14 off of that. Unfortunate for him. 9 people watching. Thank you guys so much for coming on out and showing your support for the stream, as well as showing the support of the 19 drivers deciding to take time out of their days in order to race with us. So it's very much appreciated. We're just finished stage 1 and we're about to start stage 2. A lot of fun here. The 11 of Always Eric has been the person to beat, with the 74 saying, hey, you know what, I can do that. I can bring it to him. And just like that, stage 2 is about to begin. It looks like Sauce was actually able to sneak a position off of memory right there, and that's just what I'm seeing off the top of my head. Yes, he is the only person to snipe a position off of the rebound right there. And just like that, always Eric still holding on to that lead. Ooh, you can see everyone kind of making a mad dash for that bottom side, trying to get up there. Bass getting a little bit loose off of the corner. Oh, he hit the apron, that's why. Oh, but the 11 gets loose, and just like that, oh my god, there's carnage in the back. Oh my goodness, that is going to be a caution for sure. Oh my goodness, looks like ping pong by the 18. Everyone coming to a stop, and that will be a caution. Oh my goodness. I want to take a replay of Bassbuck right there. What exactly happened? I saw the 18 kind of ping pong off there. So he went 3. The 9 went down low. The 1 up high. Oh, and it was just a meeting in the middle. Looks like Bass kind of came down a little bit. Memory came up, and just like that, ping pong, and everyone was away, and everyone was going places. And yeah, the 18 was actually able to save it, but what happened after was like Fire Slayer and the 51 as well kind of got caught up in it, and that is exactly how the caution flies. Unfortunate from that, how that kind of turns there. Bass saying thanks in the Discord. But hey, you know what? Long race to go. Thankfully the caution came out. That didn't happen the first time around, so everyone trying to get back into the swing of things here. Not a whole lot of people pit. From 8th on back decided to pit, and even then, some even took 2, some took 4. So I have to see how these guys turn on out. Honestly, I didn't really see a need to pit there. I mean, you only went like a half a lap without anything happening. So yeah, that's just what happens there in stage 2. Unfortunate, just went 3 wide. It did not go well. The 21 of Hamilton getting caught up on the high side. That is exactly where you don't want to be to start off the run, is on the high side. Ooh, the 9 kind of giving a little shot from the rear by the 11 right there. And you can just see now the 11 is so dominant in stage 1, is now back here in the pack. He is in P8 currently, very much not in the line of fire, or sorry, not in the clean air like he was experiencing the entire time. The 9 as well, thinking about going 3 wide. He's gonna look down there. I don't know if it's gonna work, as the 89 is gonna have to say, hey, you know what? I'm 3 wide. The 20 can only go so far, and the 9, oh, the 11's gonna say, like, you know what? Let's take it 4 wide. Oh my goodness, this is not going to work out, friends. Someone has to back out, and the 11 does. The 9 with the aggressive move makes it work. Now going into turn 1, 3 wide here. Oh, a little bit of contact between the 21 and the 89. And the 89 will go absolutely spinning down the backstretch. And there is a little bit more carnage in the back as well. Oh my goodness, trying to get back there. Looks like getting on the apron. The 89, unfortunately, just being caught unawares. Just nowhere to go. And I don't think anyone else lost because that looks like the 36 got in the apron, but he was able to save it. Freedom Flyer kind of got caught out by his own, got caught by his actually Cobra team owner right there on the high side, and just nowhere to go. Thankfully, everyone else was avoiding. Here comes the 78 though. Watch out for Memory. He has been slick when it matters. And like I said, he came so close at the Indy Oval. Now here he is in P2 here at Kentucky. But also, don't look now, Sauce going side by side with Fire Slayer here, trying to get P4 out of this. And he does before turn 1 even becomes a thing. 11 to go here in stage 2. The 74, the 78 of Memory, and the 1 of Cyber rounding out the podium places. These guys did not pit when that caution came out, and now you have the freshies of Sauce making his way through the field, picking up the pieces here. 19 total laps in this stage, mind you. So these guys are absolutely just rocking and rolling right now. Bass in P11. After all of that, remember, he got ping-ponged around. He's was trying to make his way through the traffic, and he is, unfortunately, just a little bit behind the 8 ball. Let's actually go on board with him for a hot second. So here is Bassbuck all by his lonesome, the 19 and 98 trying to settle things out back there. The 19 did actually take tires, so he is trying to move his way forward here. So the 98 is actually battling. That is a playoff position right there. But P11, though, at Bassbuck, that is the distance between stage points and not. So everyone trying to go for it. Look at this wide right here. The 9 really aggressive, trying to go with Cyber, and you're going to see a little bit of a accordion effect as Memory is now going to try to take the lead, and he does. Oh, a little bit of contact coming off of that lap. 74 will lead that lap, but Memory is going to be here to take it off of turn 1 because you do not want to be outside on the outside going into turn 2. The 78 is going to wash up the track a little bit, and the 74 will now have to fall in line. Look at this wad. The 9 getting really loose coming off of turn 2 right there. The 1, not really anywhere to go. He's going to look down below the 74. Oh, really aggressive! And that is going to move him out of the groove, and that is going to really hold everyone up as everyone is going to go for the bottom where there is a hole, there's a goal. Am I right? I just can't believe this entire top 10, all within spitting distance of one another. 74 being caught up on the outside, nowhere to go, and he's just going to fall down the order. The 11 making his way up into P3. Looks like Fireslayer down there in P5. Sauce holding steady in P4. Story Square as well trying to make his way up here, trying to get a little bit of stage points. He got a stage point in stage 1. Looking for a little bit more here. The 78 of Memory, though. If a non-playoff driver wins this race, no one's locked in. These guys will have to continue racing. Next week is the 74. He's going to clap the outside wall. Oh, my goodness. That could be disastrous going into that. And that could be a caution. Absolutely hitting the wall off of turn 2. And the 20 is just going to be the innocent bystander. I don't think that actually cost him a position, so that's going to be good news for him. So now this is going to really change up the running order here with this caution in stage 2. Let's see who is going to pit, who is going to not, because there's only going to be 3 laps. Make that 2, because they're about to cross the line on this restart. It's honestly, you may just want to not pit here. You may just not want to pit here and or pit here and stay out at the end of the stage. Liv taking responsibility for that. Took it 3 wide. Car got tight. Hit the 51, which hit the 74. So that's what happened. So I have to keep an eye on this. Looks like Story Square and Bassbuck doing the opposite, and they pit and they took 2. So I have to keep an eye on this. Let's actually watch on board with the one of Cyber as we go through 2 laps to go in this stage. This is going to be crazy here, ladies and gentlemen. He has probably the best line right now. Memory as well down here, because you actually wanted to be on the inside with fresh tires. The 20 is going to hard block. Look at this, going for the stage. The 1, nowhere really to go. He knows that there's someone on the outside. Everyone washing on up. Oh my goodness, we're going to go 6 wide! 6 wide going off of the turn, and the 1's going to say, thank you, ma'am, I'm going to take that. Holy goodness. The 1 taking it 6 wide for a hot second to try to go up the track, and he's going to take it. He just has to block for a little bit longer to get off of this stage. And look at the calamity in the back right there. Everyone going so deep. 3 wide back there. Cyber is going to... Honestly, the path was created for him. Go ahead, man, take it. Stage 2 is yours. Fireslayer getting some good stage points there to get P2 off of that. Aggressive is the name of the game there. And just like that, you saw exactly what can happen. Bassbuck is understandably upset in the Discord. What did he say? Oh, oh my goodness. I can't understand what he must be going through right now, because now he just lost all that track position. He was finished the stage in P13. After all of that, he said he actually lost. He lost positions off of that whole exchange. But stage 3 is the aim of the game here. This is where the money is made, where the points are dealt. All right, so let's looks like Monster really taking it easy there. He must have pit off of that exchange, and then just decided to take it easy. Interesting strategy call by the 22. Now that may be actually the best news that the 44 got all day. Because look at this, he's not going to be behind on the inside. He's going to get past the one right there. Almost clapped the wall coming off of turn 2. The 44 though. Is now going to be the best playoff driver in this race, currently speaking. So don't look now. The 44 may have something for these guys up here. Ooh, the 9 getting into the 1 right there. Oh, or sorry, the 1 getting into the 9, getting into the grass. Hey, the 9 was able to hold it with the 11, almost losing it right behind. So let's see how this is going to turn on out. The 78, though, I have my eye on him. This stage, we'll see some people pitting here. So this you will have to pit here in this stage at least once. So I'm actually very curious on how these guys are going to turn on out here. Story Square trying to make up his way after getting junked in stage 2. Currently still sitting in a very healthy P10, so really nothing to be said from there. The 20, though, or sorry, the 11 on the outside of him, I should say, is kind of all out of sorts. Like I said, getting stage 1 was easy, but now he's back in the pack. Nowhere really to go. And as soon as these guys come on around, I will have to see how many laps they will have to go. Because these guys are looking at 25, and these guys will have to pit. I know that, but how many laps? 50. So yeah, exactly. These guys essentially want to go down the entire distance as the 51 actually hit the wall right there. The 1 as well. I totally missed that. What the heck did I just miss? The 51 got into the inside, a little bit of contact there. Goes the Coyote. And now that's going to open the door for the 78 to take P1 off of that. 74 and the 22, P1, 2, and 3 with the 44 Fire Slayer there. Oh, my goodness, as I hear the 89 wreck. Oh, my goodness, what the heck happened? And that will be our next caution of the race. Let's take a look from Bassbook's perspective to see what happened. So we're watching from his perspective right now. Looking forward, looks like maybe the 21, it looks like, got into, the 21 got into the 13, and that is just curtains from there. I'm not quite sure what happened, if they hit the bump or whatever, because there is actually a bump on the front stretch right there. Yep, that is what happened, the glitch. So that is what I'm seeing right there. Everyone. Hey, you know what? At least everyone's taking responsibility for that. So, rebound here. If everyone should have pit, honestly. I'm not sure why you didn't, if you didn't, but everyone should have pit here, because now this is a very clear-cut one stop. You don't have to even worry about fuel because of when everyone comes on out. You have 28 to a tank, and we're going to be restarting with 46 to go. So everyone doing their best right now. The 11 being super aggressive, taking it 3 wide back there. Oh my goodness, that's not definitely going to ruffle anyone's feathers. I can imagine, with tensions already running this high. Look at the 19 of Napier moving on up here. The 11 not giving the bottom at all. The 7 is going to take that, saying, you know what, I want this bottom. There is a little bit of contact in the back right there. What the heck happened? There is someone spinning. Who is that? Looks like that was the 89 and the 36 back here. Was there someone behind? I don't think there was. Top 3 now is the 74 and the 78. Those two swapped. The 78 was in front entering this run. Now we're swapping it around for the 78. The 9 of Sauce in P3, the Fireside now in P4. All of the top 5 are playoff drivers, minus out the 78 and the 20. But look at Napier up here in P6, looking to have a little bit of pace. Look at him. Excellent job, Napier. This is his home track, so definitely a good finish here would be wonders for him. But the 11 going to say, you know what, I'm trying to get back to the top spot, going to kind of force his way in, but hey, the 21 is going to try to follow him, so numerical teammates right here. Oh, the 22 just found out where the glitch was, and that is not how you want to hit that. That is exactly how the 21 ended up spinning right there, and that is, oh, unfortunate for the 22, who found out the hard way. 93 Packers, very, very quiet here to start off this run. And because of that, the 93 Packers is actually very solidly in the top 10. P10 currently, as the 11 of Bassbuck right behind, the 51 as well, two playoff contenders right there. The 19, you have to watch it getting down low, because that is not going to work out the later in the run you are. The 1 as well, our stage 2 winner down there in P13. The 18 though, trying to just stay to the outside. I'm sure he has a goal in mind with how he wants to run. But moving forward though, looks like the 36 is going to come on down. There was a person spinning. That was the 68. I apologize, guys. Top 3 still in the same line right here. No one really getting out of line. The 19 is playing with fire, being down low every single lap like that. I would not want to be on the outside, because as soon as I see that 19 try to, oh wow, as I just saw from Bassbuck's perspective, 19 kind of getting booted out of the way a little bit by the 1, getting a little bit aggressive. 19 now getting loose. So 19 had a really strong start, but now is finding his way into the back. The 7 as well, getting kicked into the grass. I'm not quite sure what happened there. He's going to find himself in front of in front of the 18 here. The 19 hitting the outside wall. So yeah, definitely finding out right now. 74 on the outside. We know how well this worked last time. The 9 as well, trying to get up a few horses from his engine right here, to getting into the draft. The 74 still on the outside. The 9 as well, trying to use that side draft in order to get past. Now the outside will shift to the preferred line. Oh, never mind. That is the 74 actually hits the wall. So never mind. The inside, the 9 will actually get past clean as a whistle. And now the 44 is going to wash up the track just a little bit. The 20 is going to think about putting it 3 wide, but at the last second is going to back on out of it. So now the top 3 shifts a little bit, with now the 44 getting into P3 here. Now don't look now, the 11 is actually right here. These guys will still have to come on down for another pit stop, so keep that in the back of your guys' heads here. So the top 6 are in a line right now. Everyone's going to be just kind of playing nice a little bit, trying to come about trying to pick their poison on when to make the position. The 44 really had a bad angle going into turn 3, a little bit of an accordion effect down there, as the 1 will actually get a pass on as the 1 actually, wherever he is, there he is. The 1 getting getting past the 7, elevating him into P10, back into the top 10 range as he sets his sights back on the 51. Currently, our playoff drivers are right now 2nd, 3rd, 5th, 6th, 9th, 10th, 13th, and 14th right now. That is our top 8. The 11 kind of I call them island hopping around into the top 5 positions. The Story Square as well, trying to get a spot on the 44, is going to get down low to try to snake on pass. But like I said, it's going to be really hard to make a pass. The hole is going to open here for below the 20, and that is exactly how you make the pass. You essentially just wait for everyone else to make the mistake for you. These guys do have a while until they have to pit. 17 laps until they have to pit. But we have 35 laps to go. So plenty of time left in this race for something to happen. The 93 of Packers is trying to elevate himself into that lead draft. But like I said, I'm looking at Cyber right now as he is trying to snake his way into the 51's draft right now. He's just on the cusp of making it. And don't look now, but the 18 of Bassbuck behind is actually making up some moves. It's really unfortunate, though, for the 22. He's all the way back here, who found out the hard way that there is a glitch on the front stretch. But hey, you know, that's exactly what happened on the last caution. Hamilton was popped into the glitch territory, and that's just all she wrote because of that. Interesting lines forming right here. The 78 kind of dives it on in. The 9 goes slow in, fast out, and look at the run that the 9 is going to get here. If he could just get a little bit more, he could try to go to the inside here, going into turn 1. Unfortunately, just nowhere to go just for right now. And is the 78 may make a mistake right here. This could be the exact opening that the 9 was looking for. But just take a look at this. The 78 really dives it on in. The 9, slow and slow. Now he gasses it early, and just look at that ground that is being made on the 78. He gains it all back and then some coming off of the corner. I really like what the 9's doing going into the corners there. That is very much a methodical approach that I take to high wear tracks like Kentucky, where you want to go slow in, fast out, much like Indy as well. 21 of Hamilton making it past the 20 as the 93 and the 51 has caught this lead group. Everyone being sorted on out has kind of eased the tensions here in this race. I'm definitely glad, because I can tell that the tensions were rising in the Discord. People getting a little bit cross with one another, trying to move forward. The 11, speaking of moving forward, is going to get past the 44 just in front of this lead pack. The 78 taking the high side. I don't think that quite works there, Memory. But hey, you know what? You do you. I wonder if that was because he was put up there, or if that was by choice. That's going to be an interesting decision. So with that, the 21 and the 20 are going to be side by side again. The 21 is going to try to. Oh, never mind. As the 20 hits the grass, so never mind. The 20 is going to be absolutely a-okay. So here is our top 8, it looks like, or top 9, I should say. We do have 2 drivers out of this race. It looks like 3 drivers out of this race. Brian SP and Napier. What the heck happened? 3 drivers out of this race. Oh my goodness. Napier was looking so strong as well. The 13 and the Brian SP all were having a marvelous race, but unfortunately, I guess, you know, when the engine expires, there's really not much you can do. All right, let's see here. So here is the 1, who's currently P2 in the playoff standings. And meanwhile, P1 in the playoff standings is right behind him in P11. So both drivers having some good stage results, but unfortunately not quite the actual race results that they would have wanted. The 11 is making some moves right here. The 9 as well is going to try to take it 3 wide. He is going to put his nose underneath, but nowhere to go. The 11 is kind of saying, he's like, no, what? No, I still have this bottom all covered. The 78, though, holding his race up high, trying to get this run. The 44 as well, getting passed by the 74. The 21 is going to get kind of blocked a little bit by the 44. Only so much you can do with that. But because of that, the 11 is still there. The 11 is still there on the bottom, and now that will mean that the 11 is basically good to go at this point, as the 9 is now trying to put his nose underneath. He was there for a second, but the draft can only take you so far up. Now the 11 is going to be back to the lead. The 74 is going to try to be aggressive here to try to counter where he is, but this pack right here, all within spitting distance of one another, trying to move forward. The 11, stage 1 winner, mind you, trying to get a good finish here, maybe a win to advance himself into the round of 6, so he doesn't have to worry about next week. By the way, next week is going to be, for some, your worst nightmare. So, in case for everyone watching, next week is Gateway. So, for these guys going to the arches right there. As the 51 kind of got loose right there and going to be spinning into the background. No caution. Going to be picking up the pieces. Coyote got picked off of coming off of the corner right there, getting loose by the 20 of Story Square. And basically, yep, I'll take that as a sign. You know what? It's time to come in pit. Just kind of bite your loss right there. Meanwhile, that's going to be great news for the one of Cyber, who has now caught this lead draft. Tire light is on for a lot of these drivers. Everyone is now facing the wear and tear of this track. The low bank turns, which it looks high when you're actually racing, but it's actually really low. These low bank turns are going to be tire shredders. Tracks like Gateway as well as the Indy Oval are key to making sure that your right rear just exists at the end of the race. Top four, mind you, are actually playoff drivers, so these guys are definitely putting some wonders in. Sauce getting a little bit loose off of the corner there, and he is actually going to be booted, not quite booted, I should say. But the 74 is going to get underneath him, and that will be P2 done and dusted for the 74, who has found a little bit of pace here in this long run. So pit stops are happening. Let's actually go on board with some of them. So there is a 21. The 20 is already coming on down. The 98 as well. I think it left. Is that an engine failure by the 98? That is an engine failure by a playoff driver. Oh my goodness. Mo Power Cat has called it a night. Unfortunate for him. Because of that, I don't know if it was a lag out or what, but everyone is going to be getting back up on the horse right here. I think the 20 sped. I think that's why he is still back here. Yep, unfortunate for him. Game just ruined my race. I wasn't even to line yet, and I sped. Oh, that is what happened. Story Square saying in the chat that the game said that he sped when he didn't, but that's why he was held on pit road for so long. The 78 now making his pit stop. Looks like the 74 B comp already doing so. The 11 now going to be by his lonesome. These guys are going to be coming on down sooner rather than later, and you can just see that right there. The 44 and the 9 are going to follow each other, who are both following the 11 down pit road. Who's going to have a better entrance here? We'll have to find out. The 9's going to be late on the brakes trying to close on in. Make sure he can get slowed down in time. Excellent job by the 9 right there to really maximize his pit road. Now let's take a look at the... Oh man, I love this camera shot right here. So let's take a look and see where everyone's going to climb on out. Let's actually watch from... let's watch from Cyber's POV. So there they go to get their lap done. Or, undone, I should say. Currently, these guys are P8 and P9, so there is P9 of Bassbuck, as these guys are now going to be racing with the 74 of B Comp, who, by virtue of pitting late, is now going to be here in this pack. Now, watch this here, ladies and gentlemen. The one is going to be, let's actually watch B Comp here, who is going to be merging with all of these drivers who just came on out. The 21 is going to get right in front of him, so not quite the best exit that he would have wanted, but hey, you know what? No harm, no foul. But look at that. By virtue of pitting one lap earlier, the 74 was able to jump his competition and be able to pull away. Now all he needs to do is just hold a steady line and be able to get himself up through the trudges of traffic. Tomboy, welcome, man. Unfortunately, I was not able to finish off the race. Hopefully, your championship race went well. Just tuning in now, you missed stage 1 and stage 2. This is the final stage of Challenger here at Kentucky. Stage 1 winner, always Eric there in P2, about to be P2 as the 21 is still on the outside. And stage 2 winner, Cyber, currently in P6. So it looks like the 21, by virtue of pitting so early, is going to be on the worst tires. The 74 B Comp P3 second in the championship. Hey, there you go, man. Excellent job. We were rooting for you. Hopefully you saw us. I didn't actually quite see your message right there. Let's actually pull that up. Looking forward to seeing the ending. Me too. So right here in this lead pack, the 68 of Keith is not in the lead right now. He is actually a lap down. Unfortunate for him. But he is going to be lap traffic right now, and I'm sure that the 9 and the 11 are saying, hey, get out of the way, please. And he will. Keith is a very gentle driver. He knows when to get out of the way, and a very tip of the hat moment to him saying, hey, thank you so much. The 51 of Wildcard Cody, let's talk about him for a second. In case anyone missed it, he actually got tagged into the outside wall and ended up spinning. Looks like he is currently in P11 right now, I do believe. So nothing too crazy right now, but he is definitely not having the best of races, as he is the second to last playoff driver. Our last playoff driver currently is actually Mopowik Cat, by him DNFing out of this race. Unfortunate for him, but hey, you know what? Sometimes it happens. Just kind of moving on forward here. Here is Bassbuck here in P8. This is a regular season champ. The 93 of Packers trying to put a little bit of challenge on him, saying, hey, you know what? I want that spot you have. It looks awfully good, but look in front. The 44 tried to make a move on the 1, but that really impacted his corner entry. Now the 44, trying to get past the 21 as well, is going to have to rebound and try to move forward again. We saw that just in the corner of our eye. A lot of battles are happening. In fact, we have one going for the lead right now. The 74 was under fire from the 11. The 9 is there of Sauce. Sauce is trying to make his way past the 11, and these drivers are hungry for a win. Sauce has not won in this series. Both B-Comp and Always Eric have. We have 13 laps to go here, ladies and gentlemen, here at Kentucky. So as we watch this for a hot second, I'm going to take a hot break. It is been 100 laps so far, or coming up to 100 laps, and I have yet to take a drink. All right, I'm back. The 11 getting really loose off of the corner right there. His approach is very, very different from the 9. So let's actually go on board with the 9 for a hot second of Sauce. His approach to the corner is very different compared to the 11, who, oh, look at this move right here. Moving on down, the 11 getting loose off of the bumps. We saw Hamilton get into that accent by doing the exact same thing, finding out that, yes, there is indeed a glitch coming off of that corner. The 11 really aggressive going into the turn. The 9, not so much. He really backs up his corner here in order to get a good exit. He's on the throttle earlier to try and maximize his exit. I like it. It's very much my school of thoughts. Meanwhile, the 11 charges the corner and then loses it on exit. Very different philosophies when going into the same set of corners. Now here, you can just see the exact same thing. The 9 is starting to gap the 11 on corner exit. It's slow and but sure, but the 9 is honestly saving his tires by doing that, so I like it. The prime example of that right there. The 11 closes on up, the 9 gets on the throttle a lot earlier, and look at that gap that is being formed. Coming off of the corner, through the draft, that is the momentum in action. And that's why I always say it. Hey, get off the corner, slow in but fast out. So let's take a break from our lead here, as we have our 3 drivers out of this, or 4 drivers out of this race. Make that 5 drivers out of this race. So 14 remain. So hey, you know what? If you want a good position, that's I guess this is your opportunity. So we have the battle going for the lead right here. The 11 is going to try to go to the outside and try to get around the 9. You may want to tuck on in right here, because you don't want to be on the outside in turns 1 and 2 here. Going to tag actually the wall. Let's take a break from this and go on board with our 4th place battle. Fire Slayer has it. Memory in the 78 and the 1 wants it. So very interesting how this is shaken on out. Oh my goodness, that is looks like the 93 actually slapped the wall right there. So the 44 is in the playoffs. The 78 is not. Um, the 78 in memory, so close on many occasions. Like I said, most recently at the Indy Oval, finishing P2 there, one spot short. As I have to go back to this lead battle, as the 9 is able to snipe the 74 on out of this lead draft. We have 7 laps to go in this race, and it looks like because of that, the 74 tried to come on down. Unfortunately, nowhere to go, and he was tagged by the right front of the 9. So now this is going to open up the door. What can the 9 do in clean air? He is going to be under pressure here by both the 11 and the 74. A win and you're in, and all 3 drivers are in the playoffs. Oh, look at that charge by the 11. The 9 has to give room, saying that, hey, he is there. But that is exactly what I'm charging. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So difficult when your opponent is a charger and you really just want to take a slow and fast out. Exactly. 3 wide. Going for the win. Right here. 5 laps to go here, ladies and gentlemen. The 9 is going to hold on to it. He's looking for the clear. He is going to be clear going into this. And the 11 gets shuffled back into P3. Now a little bit of contact, bumper contact by the 74. The 74 is going to be in prime position, but he doesn't want to be on the outside. He does not want to be on the outside. He wants to get on the inside. Maybe do the crossover here. The 9 is looking to overclock the corner. The 74 is not going to find it. And now the 11 is going to have to play the waiting game. Unless he wants to try to get around the 74 to put an amount of charge on the 9. This is going to come down to it. 4 laps to go here, ladies and gentlemen. This is for all the marbles. A win and you're into the round of 6. And all 3 of these drivers are looking at it right in front of them. The 74 is right behind the 9. Going to charge the corner a little bit. You can just see that corner entry speed. Oh my goodness. Now the 11 is going to adopt the slow and fast out approach. Not quite to his ability that the 9 and the 74 can do. The 74, 3 laps to go, is going to really look at his opponent here in turns 1 and 2. It looks like this is where the 9 is the slowest. You can see it right there. He charges the corner. Now the 74 is going to say, I'll take that. The 9 is going to have to give room. Now what's the 11 going to do? Is he going to try to go 3 wide? He will probably just fall in line with the 74, moving on down, slow and fast out. The 9 is going to want to get down as quickly as possible. He does. The 11 was not there. And so the 9's going to try to do the over-under, but, oh, a little bit of contact. And now the 74 is going to be on the defensive. 2 laps to go. The 11 is in the catbird seat right here, looking for these 2 to wipe each other out. The 11 can just take the win for himself. A little bit of bumper touch to the 9 right there, getting up to the apron. These guys are on worn tires, and a little bit of contact off of turn 2. Oh, God. I'm dying. Going into turn 3 for the penultimate time right here. The 9 is going to charge the corner. The 74 holding it steady on the outside. A little bit of contact again. The 11 is going to have to get aggressive if he wants to win this race. Going into turn 1 here on the final lap here at Kentucky. First race of the playoffs. Any one of these drivers can get it. The 9 is going to have to get aggressive here going into the turn. Let's go on board with the 74. He's going to have to watch the inside right here. The 11 is going to charge the corner. He does. Now the 9 coming off of the corner right here. He is going to have to get around, and just like that, the 11 boots his opponents out of the way, and he's going to take the win for himself. Oh, wow. Wow, if I'm the 9, I am fuming right now. If I'm the 7, the 4, I am fuming right now. But hey, you know what? The 11 won his way into the round of 6. Oh man, opinions are being thrown when several people are typing. Oh boy. So, let's see here. Hopefully everyone is getting full results, please. Full results, please. Scroll down. Scroll down! Oh, they didn't scroll down. Oh, great. Oh, perfect. Oh, no. Oh, boy. Fastest lap goes to Sauce with a 31.026. Excellent job by him. So let's get our top three up in here. Let's. Oh man, what's Coyote saying? Super clean racing. Of course, unfortunately for him, he did get bit by that earlier on in the race. Stage three, I should say. So let's get our top three up in here. I'm gonna mute myself for a hot second. All right. So as I wait for everyone to get in here, hopefully someone got full results because I did not see anyone with them in full. So let's just take a look and see if any of our streamers were actually getting the full results. I don't know if they did. I didn't see it all because I'm assuming Sauce was a little bit preoccupied with what just happened that he didn't scroll down. Bassbug I know didn't. So hopefully these guys, at least someone got at least below P10 for results. Yeah, Sauce didn't, so I can only have P10 for right now. Always Eric P1, Sauce P2, Bcom P3, Memory P4, Cyber P5, Bass P6, Fireslayer P7, Packers P8, Hamilton P9, Freedom Flyer P10. That's all I have. So after that is a little bit unknown, but we'll get it eventually. Um, who all do we have up here right now? Just Bcomp. Okay. Hey, hey, what's going on, Bcomp? How are you?
I'm pretty good. How about yourself, Pat?
Doing all right. There we go. We finally get our all of our podium up in here. I don't, I don't know. Like I said, if anyone got the full results. I know we only got the top 10, so I really just need the bottom 10. But yeah, just like that, how quickly things can change. That is the aim of the game right here. B Comp, you ended up finishing P3 off of that. You and Sauce were battling to the line, or sorry, to the final lap, I should say, and then coming into the last turn. Take it from there. How would you describe it?
I'll tell you what, I thought there was a couple of times me and Sauce were gonna wreck. I got in the fence off turn two, and he was into my left rear, and I'm like, man, here we go. I thought we were both going to the inside wall. We both hung on to it and bouncing off each other for about the last 5 laps there, doing some crossovers. Yeah, then, yeah, I got nothing.
Well, I'll tell you what. I guess it's that winning you're in mentality. Because now the round of six is clear for the 11. Gateway though, you have some really strong runs, B comp on low tire wear tracks. This is or sorry, high tire wear tracks, I should say. Dover is one. You have one here as well. Or sorry, you have performed well here. And Gateway is going to be a very high tire wear track. Honestly, BComp, you had some good points going into this race. How do you feel about moving forward?
Uh, I don't know. Gateway wasn't one of my better tracks. Really, Kentucky here was the time to do it, which I came out of tonight with some pretty good points, so we'll see what happens at Gateway. I'll get some practice in going forward and see where I'm at.
Well, there we go. B comp though, like I said, still very good results in the stages. Very good results here for P3 tonight. Definitely helping you out on the points, especially with your competition, or I guess I should say, everyone in front of you, really. Um, not having as good of a run as you. Bass ended up finishing P6 with a lackluster P2, or sorry, stage 2. Same thing with Cyber finishing behind. Mopower Cat also DNF'd out of this race, so that's only helping you.
Yeah, it's looking, my odds are looking pretty good, and we'll get through it and see what happens. Great racing, Sauce.
Well, there we go. And it's actually speaking of Sauce, let's go into what Sauce has to say about that. Sauce, you picked up your first win in on just this past Saturday. So again, congrats on
In
that.
Cup, yes.
Yes. And now here we are in Challenger. You're into the playoffs by virtue of points. Just 2 weeks ago, you and Fireslayer both did.
Hmm.
Now here you are this week battling for the win. B comp, it looked to be good racing between you and him. I'll let you take it from there.
Oh man, yeah, great race in B Comp. I was doing all I could just to hang on to his quarter without spinning, without getting him into the wall. I knew the 11 was behind me, and he was looking to get the win too. We all were just really racing hard, so I was just doing all I can to hang on to it there at the end, and I just didn't get low enough there in turn three. I knew the bump was coming. I probably would have done it myself. Uh, it just hit me in a bad spot. I didn't get low enough to brace for it, and then yeah, got P2 out of it. I mean, that's uh that's still good for the points, but yeah, it was. I really wanted the win, but yeah, good racing up there would be comp for sure.
Well, definitely. As you said, it is good for the points. You actually came in on the cut line, and you actually had some good points in the stages. Stage one, I'm not quite sure actually where you finished, but in stage two, I know you finished P8, while others didn't even get stage points. So definitely, honestly, you had a good run overall, and much like B Comp, your competition above you didn't have as good of a run. Bassbuck finishing P6, Cyber as well, finishing in P5, but definitely Fireslayer and Coyote pivotally finishing below you.
Yeah, it got kind of, I don't know. Stage two was wild. I guess the restarts were a little bit iffy. I don't know that I know some guys took like older tires there in stage two. It kind of held us back a little bit, but overall, good to get second. Happy with that. It was a fun race. When you're that close, you want to close the deal, but that's just racing.
Yeah. Well, there we go. I heard it from Sauce right there. I can see the Discord. It was a very eventful race all the way around. So not just from your guys' perspective, but everyone having their own different stories to tell. I guess I can say Kentucky is one of those tracks, especially the low banks. It's really weird. But Sauce, putting it all on the line, unfortunately, just wrong place at the wrong time. Obviously, the place to be was P3 going into turn three. And speaking of, we go to our winner, which is always Eric. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
So, kind of piggybacking off of what Sauce said right there, he would have did it himself. I mean, obviously, it sucks to have to come home P2 and P3. But obviously, with the playoffs, the everything gets amped up. Getting into the round of six by virtue of this win definitely has to feel good.
Yeah, I had a great race. Even if I didn't win that race, I had a great points day. Um, I won the first stage. Honestly, I don't even know where I finished stage two, but I finished somewhere in the top five. But it was a great race overall. The setup that I put in, I was really surprised it worked. It was a truck setup. I'm sure you've heard of him. I'll just put his name out there. Uh, Don underscore Cheetos. Uh,
No, yeah, yeah.
so yeah, that was a really good setup. Glad it worked. I had to make a couple adjustments. So
Well, I mean, obviously, it looked like you were on rails with you and B Comp being the two star performers there in stage one. But ultimately, you kind of got mired back in traffic in stage two. What was it like to kind of navigate through the field with how close everyone was?
Um, it was very. I think there was quite a bit of contact, more than contact than up front. But it really didn't affect me. I was making my way, just had to force my way through without wrecking anybody, which I did. So that was the good thing on my part.
Well, slowly but surely, you did make your way up through the field, and just like that, you were able to get that win that was so important. And because of that, I mean, congrats! Welcome to the round of six. Now next week will be good in terms of getting points. Playoff points definitely help your overall positioning, but you don't really have to worry about it because it is a lock for you. So excellent job.
Yep, thank you. I'm really looking forward to Canadian Tire next round.
Well, there we go. And with that, we're going to close on out for the night. Congrats to everyone running tonight. Thank you, I guess I should say, for everyone watching, taking time out of their days to both race and to watch. Thank you. Always Eric with the win. P2 being Sauce. Being um, P3 being B comp. So excellent job, guys, and we'll have to see you in the next race for the Challenger Series at Gateway. Have a good night, everyone. Peace.